Hey guys, welcome to The Valley with Valerie Red, where all of my viewers are rich billionaires, at least in my head, and we chit chat about our wealthy celebrity friends, okay? If you're new here, join The Valley by clicking the subscribe button. Take off your shoes, everybody, and get comfortable because we're about to get into some things. Today we are discussing the F the Club of Sleeze mix, right? That Nicki Minaj just dropped with Chris Brown, Travis Scott, and Sexxy Red. But before we get into it, please like this video, Valley Girls and Valley Boys, and don't forget to chime in below. So Nicki Minaj released the remix to F the Club Up featuring Travis Scott, Chris Brown, Sexxy Red, and the internet went crazy. It was the first time Nicki had ever collaborated with Travis Scott, and it snatched our wigs because we all thought that Travis and Nicki weren't cool ever since she accused Travis of payola way back when his album went #1 over hers. Nicki accused Travis of selling bundles, having Kylie Jenner selling makeup products, and including that as a part of his album sales, which of course boosted his rank on the charts. Therefore, he outcharted Nicki. His album went #1 and she was #2. So that was a shocker for a lot of people, and a lot of people listened just to hear what they were going to do together. Now, Nicki has worked with Chris Brown before, but it was probably like 10 years ago. So that was also exciting for fans as well. I'll say this, when I first heard the F the Club Up remix, I did kind of feel like I was listening to a few different songs, but it is a mix, right? It's called the Sleeze mix for a reason, so I guess that was fine. I did love how Nicki allowed everybody to just be themselves on the track, bring their own flavor, right? And I feel like each of their verses were good in their own right. However, now that the song has gotten around, it's made some traction, clips have been surfacing all over the blogs, people are really not feeling Sexxy Red's verse. They were saying Sexxy Red was fighting the beat, that she wasn't needed on the song, that she gave Nicki a lazy verse, that her verse was rushed, etc., etc. For me, I don't feel like Sexxy Red's verse was that bad. I actually enjoyed it. I do see what some people were saying about the song not being mixed down too well, or it kind of being all over the place, sounding like multiple songs, etc., etc. So I do feel like Nicki's producer, ATL Jacob and Juice, I do feel like they probably should have took a bit more time to mix it down and to consider the placement of the verses a little bit more. To go from Nicki's high heels on my tippies verse to then Travis Scott, like way in the beginning, it did kind of feel off for me and throw it off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I do understand that as an artist, where your verse is placed on the song is strategic, and you know, it's like a respect thing. It kind of goes to show who had the best verse, you know, etc., etc. So I do feel like because Travis Scott is the bigger star, you know, of the three of them out of Chris Brown and Sexxy Red, Nicki wanted to put his verse on the song first, similar to when she did the Queen's mix with all the girls. JT was probably the biggest star, and then Bia was the biggest, of course, and then Akbar, and then of course the Katie Got Bands and Malibu, they were last, right? And then Nicki, of course, finish out the song. So I do feel like this was a strategic move for Nicki. She wanted to put his verse first on the song, you know, to show some respect because he is, you know, a big star and he's you know, taking time out of his day to work on her project. So I get it, but I just feel like that changed the whole song, and it was kind of too early for that change. We all know that Travis Scott is known for doing these types of songs, you know, these tone changes within his songs. There will be like two different songs or beats mashed together in one song, but you know, it's always fire. Like, it's always dope when he puts it together. So I feel like, you know, maybe Nicki Minaj's producers, you know, could have did a little bit better with that Travis Scott verse, you know, using his style and, you know, his flavor to set a tone maybe towards the end of the song instead of the beginning, so it would fit that kind of like Travis Scott style, because, you know, his verse is definitely going to change the tone and concept, you know, of a Nicki Minaj song a bit, right? So at the end, I feel like it would have been just fine. Now, Chris Brown, Chris Brown was the one that gagged me the most, honey. I was pleasantly surprised that Chris Brown was rapping and not singing on the song. We haven't heard Chris Brown rap on a track since the Look at Me Now record with Busta Rhymes back in 2011. Y'all know that song, How You Gonna Hate From Outside the Club? You can't even get in. Look at me now. That look like a toupee. Yeah. So y'all remember, Chris was rapping on that song, right? So it was good to hear him get back into that rap bag again after so long. And for him to do it, for him to break that out on a Nicki Minaj record, I thought that was just so perfect. I loved his verse, right? I just loved it down. So kudos to you, Chris. The ad-lib at the end, had me gagged when he talked about the girl showing up with a date and acting like they don't know who he is. And he said, yeah, all right, I'm going to F this whole issue. I'm going to F the club up. I'm going to F the scene up. And we all know, given his track record, we believe him. He felt every word. So, it was giving Chris Brown the sleaze for me. So, he had a sleazy verse. I liked it, right? What did you guys think of the song? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you guys think of Sexxy Red's verse? I honestly, I didn't mind Sexxy Red's verse. I love the back and forth between her and Nicki Minaj. I didn't think it was trash. Did you guys, agree with the public, saying that it was trash, that it wasn't needed, that she was fighting the beat? How did you guys feel about that Travis Scott beat switch up in the beginning? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to support the channel on your way out. Please like this video and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye. Hey guys, really quick, if you've made it to this part of the video, I just wanted to share with you guys a sample mix that I did to the F the Club Up remix. I made the song, I remixed it in the order that I would have liked to hear it in. I would love for you guys to hear my version. I have linked the video in the description box below. Please go listen to it and tell me what you guys think. Love you guys. It's the Sleeze Mix Volley Edition. Let's go.